Yo, this video is mostly for beginners and newer fighting game players because when y'all hear 2M, 5M, 623H, 5A, man, what the fuck does all that mean? I cover a lot of fighting games on the channel and I always use notations, whether it's Dragon Ball FighterZ, Tokon, or even other games like Bleach. So I'll quickly cover that and answer common questions I get, like why it exists, at the end of the video. We're basically gonna break down what all this means, a quick chart I made in like 1 hour just to give you guys some guidance on all the definitions and buttons. I can't wait for other designers to make even better notation charts because I literally just put this together last minute real quick for my Carnage guide. Now let's read everything over and break it down. Attacks are simple because it's just the first letter of the attack. L means late, which means square on your PS5 controller. You can set your game notations to show these inputs instead of controller buttons, by the way, which I recommend to start getting comfortable with these terms. So M means medium, meaning triangle on that PS5 controller, H means heavy, U means unique, and A means assemble, meaning assist. In my graph, I actually don't have a button for U or A because I find it way better to customize those yourself. So for me personally, I set my U attack on my X button for my PS5 controller, and my assist is my left bumper with tag as my left trigger. I just keep tag as is because it's short and less commonly used term anyways. That's the basic premise of those, easy enough, but they have different versions which gets a bit harder, so we go to the left side of the chart. Here is basically like a calculator. Just put your D-pad on top of a calculator and you'll see which direction is which button. Down back is 1, down is 2, down forward is 3, so pressing down and forward at the same time to get that diagonal. 6 is forward, 4 is backwards, 8 is directly up. These are always based on facing the opponent, so think of 6 as towards the opponent and 4 as away from the opponent. Because if you're on player 2 side, it all flips. You still press towards the opponent to move forward, right? Which is still 6. Neutral is 5, which means not pressing anything. So you can put these inputs before any attacks to get that version of it. Every grounded normal has a neutral version and a down version of it, so like 5M and 2M. Auto combo follow-ups are denoted by that letter twice, so 5L and this is 5LL. 5LL is a unique normal only accessible after the first hit of 5L. In Tokon, 2L 5L also links into that 5LL though, as you can see. Same thing with 5MM or even 5MMM, pressing M again for that super, all being the auto combo strings of the attacks. The neutral direction of 5 is important sometimes when denoting things, so we always include it. The important stuff is combining these numbers to get motion inputs to get our special skills. 2, 3, 6, X means quarter circle forward plus any attack button, so pressing down, down forward, and forward, then the attack. I kinda slide my finger from the down to the forward motion in a diagonal pattern. X means anything, so it can be 236L, 236M, or 236H, which is the EX that costs a meter. You also have 214 quarter circle back, 22, which is down, down into the attack. 623 is a DP motion, some people just call it DP motion, where you do forward, down, and then down forward. 236M plus H is your super that costs 50 meter, and the hardest input this game has is 632146. This is used for your ultimate attack costing 100 meter by pressing M and H at the end of it. Think of it as starting towards them, then half circle away from them, ending towards them, then H plus S. Most people just call this ultimates. 236L plus A gives you Tokon Assemble for 150 bars, only accessible if your opponents already won 2 out of 3 rounds for the most damaging super. There's actually way more motion inputs in the FGC and other games get it way harder, but that's it for Tokon. That does bring me to my next point about the game though, the quick skill button or QS. This is a single button press that's on your bumper to give you 236L right away. You can press M plus QS to get 226M, press heavy plus quick skill to get the EX version, back quick skill or 4 QS gives 214 inputs, forward QS gives a DP motion, down QS gives the down motion inputs. But I personally do not like these at all. I don't even have quick skill as a button because I just hate the idea. I might have a whole video on this later, but fighting games in general is supposed to be a bit tricky and difficult. It's supposed to be different, everything under your control. So therefore a way to make fighting games hard is with execution, which is pressing buttons, how you input them, your timings. So yeah, you actually do have to practice the motions and time it and make sure you're in control to get the specials out. And honestly, it's just so insanely fun to get these inputs out. Trust me, it's a bit frustrating to practice at first, and maybe you will drop it a few times as you get better in games and stuff. But when you do get it, oh my god, combos feel that much more satisfying, earned, fun, and immersive. Seriously, try doing combos with just the QS button and then doing the actual motion inputs, bro, it's so much more satisfying. If you're a beginner, sure, have fun with quick skill, or if you need to do reversals like wake up DP or wake up super as soon as you can, then okay, quick skill up. For quick skill into supers, you want to do quick skill plus U to get that super, or 6 quick skill U to get the ultimate. But I hate the trend of making fighting games easier and easier by removing motion inputs just to be more inclusive and casual friendly. Let the casuals work a little bit at least and build up some skills while they get better. Some games remove them completely and I find that horrible. I don't want the genre, immersion, and execution aspects of the FGC to die. So I'm glad Tokon found a compromise at least. That's just my opinion on the matter, but I don't know why so many other content creators encourage and promote the QS button. I don't want games in the future to just have one button or one macro that does everything for you. What's next? Press one button and you get a full optimal combo in that one button? At least auto combos require you to mash the same button repeatedly and can extend well anyways to balance it out. But I don't know, I guess share your thoughts down below, but moving on. When it comes to other letters, J means any attack that's done airborne, so the aerial version of that attack, or you know, the jumping version, J. In Tokon, everyone also has a jumping forward heavy on top of J5H and J2H. Speaking of air normals though, pressing the same one twice will auto combo and vacuum you towards them and hit them back down. Great for confirms into assists or when you're losing height, so this works for the JMM or JHH. And J applies with the specials that we just spoke about, so J236L is just a special done in the air. Another letter combo is JC, meaning jump cancel. This is when you press up forward after an attack to cancel the attack into a jump to continue your combos into your jumping normals. In Tokon, it gets a bit crazy because you can jump cancel all your normals, but most of the time on longer combos we just omit using it and go straight into J in our notation. For some harder combos where you must press straight up or straight back, I personally just write 8 or 7 direction in the combo, which means pressing up after the normal or pressing up back after the normal. 7 was actually necessary in one of Carnage's more advanced links in my last video. So you can't get that by doing a regular jump cancel, but jump cancel when you're already in the air is DJ, double jump. Basically when you jump again, it's just nice to avoid confusion when people need to know when to jump again. Another type of jump is super jump, denoted by SJ. This just means adding the down direction before you press up to jump higher, usually being like 2-9, then you continue. The last type of jump is IAD. This means instant air dash, which is done by doing 9-6, so up forward plus forward quickly, or pressing 9 plus the dash button. I have my dash button set as my R2 trigger instead of quick skill. The reason why is mostly for Oki. At the end of combos, people can hold back to roll back or hold forward to roll forward and out of the corner. That's insanely strong on defense. But pressing up plus dash macro with no directions automatically tracks towards where the opponent takes with a slower IAD basically. I found that too good to pass up on because forward roll would just be way too strong every time. But damn these macros, man. That sums up all the movement stuff and all the letters, but there are a few other terms I want to go over for this game. DL means delay. This is very common in combos as delays help for height regulations, to make other hits land at different timings, for links to be possible, for links to hit meaty, and more. Squiggly line plus the input just means a follow-up of that attack. So if a move has multiple parts to it, sometimes you need to press the follow-up, sometimes you need to press another attack that isn't the follow-up, or you save the follow-up for later and stuff like that. Circle brackets to know how many hits the attack has. Usually we don't use this and assume you let all the hits land, unless you need to cancel it early. For example, for Carnage's 214L into super, I need to put the bracket 1, so I cancel that double hitting move into super right away, or else I get the wall break from the 2 hits. Square brackets means holding the input fully. Sometimes you have to hold a direction, sometimes you have to hold the normal. That's why I put square brackets like this, J6 bracket H for Carnage's forward heavy, because you only hold the H input here as he can charge it up. But someone like Broly and Dragon Ball FighterZ, you have to hold up for his combos, holding J bracket 8 close bracket S. You don't hold the S. Broly is actually the reason why I switched from writing inputs like this, where the entire word is in the bracket, to this, where only the L input is, because it makes more sense exactly what you need to hold and when. Some things need to be let go after holding, which is done by reversing the square brackets like so, but very few characters need these. Speaking of rare notation, some characters have unique stance in which they can attack from, like Green Goblin's glider. Attacks from glider should be denoted as GX, like GM that shoots his lasers, or G6H that tackles his glider into opponents. G is for glider. You also have F dot anything for flight attacks and stuff like that. Last few things is the exclamation point, which denotes smashes. We should use this for 2H smashes and all these big zoom-ins basically, but we mostly keep it for wall break, which is WB, done at the end of combos so fellas know the end result of it, or wall splat, which is WS, where they hit the wall and you have time to extend afterwards. Both of these give you an assist and meter, by the way, so it's great to develop your team. Wall splats only occur on some stages or at the end of the stage for others. Lastly, your assist. Pressing 5A is the next incoming assist, so nothing plus assist. During combos, 5A just means the rush version of the assist, since every character has a rush version. This the attacking one in combos. This reduces the combo hit stun to allow you to get more hits in, gives you more meter and stuff like that. In neutral and pressure, they're helpful though. Anytime outside of combos, you have these 3 assists you can call. Forward A is your shooter assist, so 6A, and then you have down A, so 2A as the vertical assist, and 4A as the utility assist. Same applies to tag, where you need to press 6 tag at the start of rounds to switch into that forward character, or down tag, not just tag. L plus A gives a bunch of different combinations like defensive counters, crossovers, which can be countered by pressing L plus A on reaction, all using an assist stock. But at the end of the day, whenever you call an assist or they come out in any situation, the tag feature will appear on top of them for a brief moment, where pressing tag switches you into them. You can even start your moves and switch into them, and that previous move will still linger on the screen. It'll still stay active, which allows for a lot of setups that we'll see soon, or even combo extensions. If you JHH them into a 5A, just tag and you can continue with your other assists. That's a safe way of rotating your team around. That covers everything, but now I'll answer a common question. Why do notations exist? People always say, oh my god bro, it's so complicated, why do I need to learn this for a video game? Well, first of all, I can't just say square, square, triangle, triangle, because other consoles don't have those buttons. So don't be selfish and think of your PC friends. Some people also use custom controllers like hitboxes that don't even have names on the button, or in most other games your Xbox and Switch players. Tokon not being inclusive to other consoles is insane, by the way, what a fumble. The next reason is that it also transcends languages in a way. Regardless of what you speak, the symbol L will always mean this light attack, the symbol U always means unique. So we all have to learn these symbols basically. At least we have the advantage of fully knowing English. Third is just way shorter to say, especially once you get used to it. 236L versus quarter circle forward light. Now let's look over a whole combo example. 5M, 2M, 5H, JHH, 5A, 214M, 5M, 623L, 236MH. Versus neutral medium, down medium, neutral heavy, jumping heavy, rush assist, quarter circle back medium, neutral medium, dragon push motion light, quarter circle forward medium plus heavy. Bro, this wouldn't even fit in the line in my videos and takes forever to type and trying to get the message to spread around. Same thing if I use PS5 ones and even removing some parts. Triangle, down triangle, circle, jump circle twice, assist, quarter circle, up, back triangle. But then you have your poor PC and Xbox people, you know? So yeah, I hope this basics beginner video helps you understand things, the reasoning for inputs, and if you want even more, you can have fun exploring the fighting game glossary with a lot of terms like meaty that was used in this video. With that being said, I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.